Professor Don Richard here. We're going to do a series of moves today that relate to self-defense and to MMA. I work with a lot of MMA fighters, several fighters fighting in Bellator, UFC, and several local events here, pro and amateur. I'm going to share with you guys some techniques that we use in the cage that would also transfer to self-defense on the street. So one of the techniques that we're going to do is a takedown. A lot of times we encounter a guy that may be left-handed, or maybe you're left-handed, and I wanted to explain something to you guys that's very important to me. That is a mistake that a lot of people do. I see it a lot, even at the high levels, even in the UFC. And that mistake is shooting a double leg on the back leg of your opponent. So my partner here, Randall, he's left-handed, and I'm right-handed. So get in our fight stance, Randy. All right, so we're here like this. What happens when I shoot onto his back leg is I really run the risk of getting kneed in the face. And I see it happen a lot. There's several examples I could use, but I don't want to put anybody on blast. But, so he's going to punch with that left hand, say, and I go to change levels, and what happens is the guy knees you in the face here, okay? So I don't recommend shooting a double leg on a person that has the opposite stance of you. I've seen this happen many times, and I've seen people get hurt pretty bad, and it changes the course of the fight. So what I like to do, if we're in a fight, or if I'm in self-defense, I want to be more defensive. Hey, I don't want any trouble, you know, being more diplomatic, keeping my distance away. When he commits to the big power punch, I'm going to change levels and clinch upper body, okay? When I change levels and I clinch upper body, I want to blast through him as if I was a linebacker trying to tackle a running back or something. I want to make sure that I'm the one being aggressive and coming forward. And just as a note, this technique that I'm going to do could work either right-handed or left-handed. It doesn't matter. It's just a good example of a way to take down someone who has the opposite stance of you. So again, I'm here. When he punches, I change my level and I come blasting in. When I come blasting in, as we travel backwards, I'm going to take my back leg and stick it across his legs and get the takedown. So I want to make sure I drop all the way to my hip. So we're going to do that one more time. We're here, he punches, boom, and change level, and start blasting, bang, all the way to the ground, and then I'm going to come to my knees here, okay? So we'll do it one more time, and we'll talk about position on top. So we're here, he punches, boom, level change, bang, hit the ground, and then I'm going to come to my knees right away, and he's going to start to recover, and I'm going to be here, looking to punch, boom, boom. What Randall is doing here is part of what we're going to do next on the defensive side of this, side control, okay? He's blocking, blocking my punch so I can't punch him in the face, and then we're going to work from here. So if he didn't know how to defend, I got a lot of options from here. Punch, boom, boom, trap his arm, give a hard time here, and hopefully finish the fight. If I didn't want to punch, like in a self-defense situation, I have many options to submit from here or work to the mount or whatever. So we're going to flip it around here. What happens? The bigger, stronger, more athletic person takes us on the ground, gets on side control, and wants to punch us, right? So here's what's going to happen. If he knows what he's doing, more than likely he's going to have the underhook here, and he will not punch with this arm, okay? If for some reason, like if he was trying to punch here and I blocked his punch and he tried to punch me with that other arm, I would simply come out the back door and do an escape here, right? So more than likely he will not do that. If he does, we could use that technique, and we'll show it one more time just for fun. He's gonna punch, and he tries to punch me with the other one. I come out the back door with my underhook, and I get behind him. So that's one option you have, but it's not likely to happen unless it's an untrained person. So for you MMA guys out here that watch my videos, I know a lot of you do, you know, just keep in mind that guy probably won't punch, and if you're this person, don't do it because it's an easy escape for your partner or for your opponent. What I want to do here is, like, if my hand's here, like he's tight, if my hand's here, it's fine. I'm more concerned with this one, and I'm not reaching, like I'm not chasing his arm because he may grab my wrist and stuff it down between his legs and trap it here, right? So I'm waiting for him to come to me. He tries to punch, Then I block. Now, I'll take this hand and put it inside for the frame, okay? Now, the movement I'm gonna make, let's have Randy come off here real quick. The movement I'm gonna make is a simple shrimp that everybody should know from elbow to knee escapes and things like that. So, when we do a mount escape, we have our leg flat. This time we're gonna have both feet up. Basically, all I'm doing is turning in hard to him and getting onto the point of my shoulder. So I get on the point of my shoulder, and then I'm gonna big hip escape backwards. So I'm shrimping back, and then I'm gonna bring my foot, okay? A lot of times when people do side control escapes here, they have a tendency to want to bring their knee, and then it gets stuck and the guy stuffs it. And let's use this as an example here, Randall. Here's what happens when you guys just bring the knee, right? So I bridge, and I try to bring the knee, and he puts all of his weight on it, and then he stuffs it down again, and he passes again, and he tries to punch again, and I gotta do all that work again, okay? I wanna recover my guard on the first attempt if I can. So again, I plant my feet, I'm gonna bridge, and look at here, guys, how I escape, and then I'm gonna bring my foot all the way in and recover my guard here. Remember, we're in a fight, so we gotta wrap him up, okay? And this is a great technique for sport jiu-jitsu as well. Okay, it works well. Just remember, don't chase his arm. Like if he's gonna reel back, don't start chasing it, because now he might grab my wrist, he might shove it down, he might trap my arm. So I don't want to chase. Okay, I'm just here, I'm waiting for him, and then I go. Okay, once I get a control of this arm, it's just like a big punch defense from the feet. I want to wrap around his tricep. Okay, this hand comes inside, makes my frame, feet plant, bridge, escape, and my foot comes all the way across. All the way across, and then I reel him in here and lock him up, okay? All right, so we'll do that one more time, and then we're gonna show a little sweet submission from the guard, okay? So we're here, he tries to punch, I block. Make my frame in here, plant my feet, big bridge, get on my shoulder, escape my hip, foot comes across, and I reel him in. Remember, it's a fight. Trap his arm, try to get your head tight, hug tight, use your legs to bring him forward, okay? So, here's what's gonna happen. Let's get a bird's eye view here, camera. Boom. Okay, we're here. He's trying to get away. So what's gonna happen? I'm gonna let him get away just a little bit. Go ahead and get away. Right, bring your hands aside. Boom, now I'm gonna grab his wrist, and I'm gonna suck him back in. I'm not too worried about this hand because I'm still hiding my head. If he can punch a little bit, it's not gonna be too bad. And he can't punch with this one. And he's gonna continue to try to make posture. When he does, I'm gonna punch his wrist inside and hop my legs over. Okay, all in one shot. Boom, hop my legs over. Now, get as close to the triangle as you can. Let his head go just for a split second. It's gotta be quick. Let it go, and then push his arm across. Then you're right back to the head again. Now, I'm gonna take this hand, I'm gonna grab my shin, put my foot on his hip. This is a very good detail on the triangle and how to finish. Me being a big guy, I tend to have big opponents, so it can be very difficult to triangle a big opponent. And the main reason here, even if I do everything right, he's got a big shoulders, it's hard to get it locked in good because he still has a little posture. If the cameraman can show the angle of his back here, he still has a little bit of posture. So what I want to do, when I'm here holding his head and holding my shin, I want to walk my back backwards away from him to try to flatten his back out as much as I can. Now my heel and my knee touch very easily, and I bring my leg over, lock it in, two hands on his head, and finish the triangle, okay? So we're gonna revisit this again, paying attention to the small details, okay? So I'm wrapping him up, I'm gonna let him go a little bit, so he starts to bring this arm in. Now I'm gonna grab his wrist and suck him back in, okay? Still hiding my head. When he tries to get away, I'm gonna let him, and then I punch that hand in and jump my legs, and I get as close to the triangle as I can. Split second, I let go, push his arm across, and go right back. Okay, grab my shin, foot on the hip, shimmy my back, and then I lock it up, two hands on the head and squeeze. Okay, so that's a nice little series that everybody can benefit from the beginning jiu-jitsu practitioner to the MMA fighter to the competitor. Anybody can use those series, and it's really important that we learn how to defend against punches. Punches change the way that we operate on the ground in jiu-jitsu. So it's very important that we understand how to react when somebody's trying to punch us. And having some good solid techniques in your arsenal is very, very important. So that's your moves of the week, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, please share it and get the word out for us. Have a good week. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.